Uger now's in-house, and you got Chris Haynes in-house, all that stuff. Marcus Thompson, by the way, in Hour 3 today from The Athletic. So I'm watching the Sixers last night, and they're fascinating. So I thought Toronto would go and win last night. I kind of just, I think the Sixers have, we've agreed, second most talent in the league.
Right.
If the Sixers go to Canada and win, to me, it is a franchise reshaping. They're relevant for, I think it's that big of a game.
You'll stop saying they should trade Embiid?
No. Keep the other three in Redick. No, I still think they have to get more shooters, and I do not think Embiid and Simmons work well together. That's why they're so wildly inconsistent. Last night, Simmons was great. I don't think long-term this team functions perfectly with these four. What did you make of the win last night and Game 7?
I do agree. I was wildly impressed because, like you said, everything was pointing toward them getting not only beat but blown out.
Yeah.
And Embiid and Simmons were taking major criticism, and rightly so, and they both showed a lot of heart in living up to it. I agree with you. If they win Game 7 in Toronto, that place is going to be rocking. Okay, I've been there during playoff games. It is a loud atmosphere, so it's going to be going crazy. If they go up there and win this series, coming back from down 3-2, then it's a coming of age for the young guys. My only problem with them, and you're right, Simmons has to learn how to shoot and all that, but my major problem with them is I don't think they're two young guys, Embiid and Simmons, are mentally mature enough yet, emotionally mature enough yet to beat a good team in the playoffs. If they do that against Toronto,
they have answered the question.
And the rest of the NBA better watch out. And even though as impressive as Milwaukee's been, and I would pick Milwaukee, Philadelphia would be a heck of a tough
Philadelphia matches up with them.
Yes.
There's no question Philadelphia's got the length, the big.
Yep.
And that
you could challenge Giannis at the rim with Embiid.
I know everybody thinks when LeBron left the East, it's not as interesting. You give me Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Eastern Conference Finals.
I think it's more interesting because
I think it's more
was
interesting.
So dominant in the East.
I think Philadelphia is the most fascinating current NBA team.
The league's, at this point, the league's dream scenario in the finals is Golden State, Philadelphia.
Yes. I got 7 stars.
Yes.
God, I couldn't. That'd be great.
Or maybe it's
KD's
Toronto.
Don't. No, that's not good. Okay, I want to go to this. There is a rumor out there about LeBron recruiting Kawhi Leonard. So there's stuff on the internet. Saw it last night. Can you clear this up?
Yes, because Stephen A. Smith, our former colleague, he put it out there. It was confirmed to me by someone yesterday, but Rich Paul, I was in contact with Rich Paul, LeBron's agent, today. He said it's completely false, that LeBron has not talked with Kawhi or any of that he wasn't in Philadelphia recruiting him and stuff. So, yeah, it's not. Obviously, they'll get to a point where they talk to Kawhi, but no, that is not true.
There is a narrative that Kawhi is not considering the Lakers.
Yeah, I think that's overstated. Now, I think the Clippers and the Raptors are the two front runners, but to say the Lakers have absolutely no chance, this idea that Kawhi doesn't like LeBron or something, that's wrong. Because those two have played basketball together. I'm not saying they're buddies, but they have a relationship. They're fine with each other. Just last year, they were playing ball here in L.A. together. There's a photo of it on the internet. So here's the thing with Kawhi, though. He is not trying to form a super team. That's not even something he's thinking about. He's not trying to join a super team. He's not trying to form his own super team. He just wants to do what is going to make him happy. And win or lose, if Toronto wins the finals, that doesn't mean he's staying. If they lose, it doesn't mean he's staying or leaving. In fact, I think it's easier for him to leave if they were somehow to win the championship.
Yeah.
Because you're a 2-time championship. You can do whatever you want to do at that point. Toronto would even have to say, hey, he came for 1 year and he got us a ring. Why are we going to be mad? So I think with Kawhi, he's just going to do whatever makes him happy. And if he wants to be in warm weather, if he wants to be near home, he's probably going to go to the Clippers. But I think the Lakers will get to talk to him. And look, I think it's a slim chance, but to say they have no chance is wrong.
Finally, Westbrook's unraveled in the playoffs. Players still love him. Harden's unraveled in the playoffs. Players still love him. I'm reading this morning that if Steph can't elevate the Warriors over the Rockets, well, he's just not a step-up guy. Steph's never really unraveled in the playoffs.
No.
His numbers aren't quite as good because, you're playing the best coaches and players. Describe to me again, explain to me again, Chris, why players like Barkley don't respect Steph.
Well, the first thing is the narrative that he just folds in the playoffs is totally wrong. I will go to my grave saying he should have been the MVP of the 2015 finals.
Totally agree.
And I know Andre Iguodala was important and all that, but Steph averaged 28 points a game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists on 49% shooting in the last 3 games, which were pivotal. Golden State won all 3. If you look at his last 4 playoff seasons, 2 of the 4 years, he's averaged more points in the playoffs than he did in the regular season. So and then let's go back to Game 7 when they beat Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant, by the way, and Russell Westbrook, and coming back from 3-1 down, he had 36 points, 7 threes, shot over 50%.
He was a star of the game.
In Game 7. So this notion that he just folds is totally wrong. But as far as players sometimes not respecting him, not liking him,
I don't get it.
Some of it is I've talked with players that have said, look, the defense. And not just that he's not a great defender, because he actually is a smart defender and works hard at it. Yeah, but they feel like because he doesn't like Chris Paul's a great defender, but let's say Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, not great defenders, but they at least take on the challenge of guarding the opposing point guard. Whereas guys look at Steph like, that's basketball. Like, you come at me, I go at you. That's the fundamental, whether it's 1-on-1, 3-on-3, 5-on-5, that's basketball. And Steph is cheating that. And he's going at you, but not giving you the chance to go back at him.
But that's because Klay Thompson's the best defensive guard in the league. And if I had that on my roster, I would say, Klay, you guard the best guy.
Right. That's too logical, though. I agree. Like, that's the game plan. That's the smartest thing to do.
Klay's the best 2-guard in the NBA. He, along with like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, is one of the best defenders in the league.
You're right. I agree. And look, and I also will say this. It's not all players that don't like Steph. He gets major respect in the league. There are some guys that don't like him or whatever. But also, Allen Iverson, who we know is beloved by all the players, he loves Steph Curry.
He does.
He thinks Steph Curry, like Iverson has said, I thought I was good. Like, he is in awe of Steph Curry. I think on his all-time team, he had Steph is the point guard instead of Magic Johnson.
That makes me happy. I had Iverson on, by the way, once. He was fantastic.
When you get him to talk, he
was great. Great seeing you, Chris. Hour 2 next.